picked up.
All right, let's call to order the meeting, and we'll do roll call. Matt Schuler's here. Ace, is he online?
Nope.
Ace, not here. Eli?
Here.
Bill Morgan?
Here.
Bradley, not. So we've got 3, and we've got quorum. I would ask for a motion for an approval of the agenda for today's Community Development Block Grant Revolving Loan Committee.
So moved.
Second.
We have a move and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? No. And then I'll call for a motion for approval of the minutes of the Tuesday, August 26th meeting of the Community Development Block Grant Revolving Loan Committee. We have a motion from Eli and a second from Alder Morgan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Nope. All right, let's go into regular order of business, and we have one item in front of us today, which is a loan request from Salon 54 to borrow money for building acquisition, and another loan for fixtures and furnishings from the Economic Development Revolving Loan Fund. And I don't know who will open up this subject, but looks great, and let's go.
All right, good morning, everyone. Salon 54 has been a cornerstone of the Broadway district for more than a decade. Since purchasing the salon in 2018, owner Rosemary Alcantara has built a resilient, growing business, continuing to expand its loyal clientele and provide top-notch service. The salon, which is known throughout the community for its luxury services, curly hair expertise, and commitment to eco-friendly products, is now at full capacity, which limits future growth. To meet increasing demand, Rosemary is purchasing the building at 408 Dousman Street with a clear plan to relocate and expand services. The new space will allow for the addition of esthetician services, an exclusive bridal suite, and supplemental income from a furnished short-term rental unit. The project is expected to create at least 7 new jobs, with 51% of the jobs filled by low to moderate income individuals, while keeping the business firmly rooted in the Broadway district. Nicolay Bank will hold the first mortgage on the building in the amount of $610,000, and the City of Green Bay will hold a second mortgage in the amount of $245,000. Per the appraisal, there is enough equity in the building to cover both mortgages. Leveraging the city's Community Development Revolving Loan Fund provides a lower interest rate, which will help with cash flow and will strengthen Salon 54's long-term stability, job creation, and community impact. An environmental review has been completed and no issues were found. In addition to the real estate acquisition loan, Rosemary has applied for a $70,000 Economic Development Revolving Loan Fund loan for salon furniture, fixtures, and furnishings, which we will secure with a UCC filing. We will also require a personal guarantee on both of the city loans. As part of this review, the loan committee has been provided with a complete business plan, the past 3 years of financial information, a 3-year projection, and the loan commitment letter from Nicolay Bank.
Excellent. What I'd suggest we do then is that we open up the meeting and hear some more from Rosemary and whomever else regarding Salon 54. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
We have a motion. We have a second from Eli. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? No. Let's open up the floor then, and please feel free to come on up to the table if that's more comfortable. You can do it from there if you want.
Oh.
There's no rules about how you have to do this, whatever is most comfortable. But we'd love to hear about what you're doing, why you're moving, what's coming next. So we'll just go from there.
Well, thank you everybody for being here today. I don't know, the salon, has been open for 12 years altogether. I took over in 2008, I believe. So I've been owning it for about 7 years now. And ever since I took over, even though, I really didn't think I was gonna become an owner of a business ever, that was never really my goal in my career, but here I am. And when I took over the salon, really wasn't doing the best. I kind of took a huge leap of faith with it. It wasn't really profiting at all. It was just kind of paying for itself. And I took over trying to figure out different ways to do the business, to create a more profitable business for myself and my family. And I got up to hiring maybe about 15 stylists at one point, and then COVID hit. And then once COVID hit, I lost like 5 of them. 5 of them didn't come back from that. So I felt like I took a huge step back and thought the business wasn't gonna make it because the salon shut down for 2 months straight. So that's the only way we can create our revenues if we have clients coming into the salon. So then I feel like I had to start all over again. And we did, we continued on. But last year, I signed up for a program that is more for business-related people, just learning a lot more about business and making a lot of changes in the business. So we were going through a lot of changes since last year. I think that gave me like a little bit of confidence that I could maybe expand. At that point, we had 15 stylists, back to that 15 number of stylists as of last year, and it started to feel tight in the salon because there's not a lot of chairs, not a lot of space. We only have 4 shampoo bowls, so a lot of people waiting on shampoo bowls, and the stylist starting to tell me, I'm like, hey, do you think we can expand, or do you ever think that we will? You know, starting to get kind of crowded in here. So it actually was through a conversation with my stylist that we had like a retreat kind of. And I asked them, like, where did you guys picture the salon being in about 3 to 5 years from now? And majority of them were shared, like, I think we're gonna be in a bigger space. And I'm like, you guys think so? Like, I don't know if that's what I want. But kind of was, their vision kind of gave me the ability to see it for myself, I guess. And now that has been in my heart, you know, to kind of make this vision come true. And I feel very confident with the salon and how it's standing now that we can take the next step. And I don't know, we just started looking for buildings this year. I love the Broadway district. I hate it too. It's kind of like it's love and hates, but I've been there my whole career, so it's all I know. And I've seen Broadway grow so much and develop, and I just feel very like committed to Broadway. So when I was looking for buildings, I knew I wanted to stay in the area regardless of the parking issue because parking has always been an issue. But this building has been up for a little bit, and we looked at it. It's beautiful. I love that it's historic. I have some love for that too. Like it's kind of cool to, you know, I'm not from here. I'm not from the United States. I'm not from Wisconsin, but I've been here long enough to really build a love for the city and the community. And I think like just knowing that this building has been up and running for more than 100 years, for some reason that's like, it's very like kind of cool to me. And its character is pretty neat. It is a space that we can expand into. It has more room. It's beautiful. I can picture it. I think it'll be the place that can take us to the next level. I think it's nice that it has an apartment upstairs that will kind of hopefully help create some more revenue. We kind of jokingly say that maybe when we're retired, we move upstairs and that will be our next home. When we start to think and dream about the future, it will be a perfect place for us down the road. But so yeah, there's a lot of things that go, that my mind takes me into. But yeah, I don't know if I'm answering the question. I'm sorry.
No, you're doing great. Just
Okay.
trying to understand the business a little bit more. And
Okay.
how you got there, I'm not sure if folks have questions.
If this approves, when do you plan to be in operation here?
After talking to the contractor, he thinks that the project could be possibly done by November, December. So if that was to happen, that sounds really good to me. Maybe more realistically, I think January will be like when we actually are moving there and operating. That's kind of how I'm thinking in my head. Hopefully it's sooner. I hope that it's sooner, but I want to be realistic with that too, with the timelines. And, we need to wait for approvals from the city, from all of that, so that is out of my control. I don't know how fast or slow that goes, but once we get approvals, then we can start working and get going. So the hopes is to really be there by 2026.
And the building you're in now, are you renting that space?
Yeah.
You are now. And what's the rent you're paying now?
It's like 4,200 and some,
Okay. And about, do you know about how many square feet you have? Next space, lot bigger, little bit bigger?
A lot bigger.
Twice as
Yeah.
much?
By double.
Double
By about
size,
double.
yeah.
Okay, got it. And how many stylists can you increase to in the new space?
I think that we could maybe have up to 18 stylists, is kind of what I'm thinking.
From 15 today?
We have a little less now. We have maybe 13 at the
Okay.
moment. I
Okay.
lost 2 this year.
2 of them are receptionists, actually.
Oh, and 2 are receptionists? So stylists?
13 staff.
13 staff. Oh, no, we still have,
Oh,
oh, wait, maybe I am in 15 still. I think it's 13 stylists plus
Okay.
2 receptionists.
And you think you can go to 18
Mhm.
stylists in the next space? And then esthetician services on top of that, right?
Mhm.
Which is something completely new.
Yeah,
that
this
you're
is
not
new
doing
to
today.
to
Okay.
us. I have one esthetician right now that we're just starting this out with. So she's gonna help lead the way on this side of
Yep.
the business.
Okay.
But we hope to have at least 2 of them in the new salon. I'm
And-
open to even like hire or renting out rooms for like massage therapists if they wanna, I
Sure.
have people inquire to that to me, and I'm like, I don't have the room, sorry, I don't really have a room for you. But yeah, those rooms I think are just going to give us more, possibilities, I think, of different services.
And now here's my complete unknowing of this. Can you explain the bridal stuff?
Oh, yeah.
I do not understand this at all.
Okay, so we service bridal parties, and we offer in-salon services or on-site.
Okay.
So sometimes we'll put together a team of stylists that go to their hotel or to their home
Okay.
to do hair and makeup for their whole party.
Okay.
Or they'll come into the salon to do the same.
Okay.
So in the salon, we try to give them a little room for them to hang out, because there's a lot of them. Like we just had one last weekend, and it was 13 people came in to get hair done. And our salon, again, is not that big. So it quickly felt very crowded, and we have one wax room right now. It's not a very big one, but we transform it into like a little lounging area.
Mhm.
So the extra people can kind of sit there, otherwise it feels very chaotic.
Yeah.
So I think too, with the new space, like we'll be able to have more lounging area for them, so that it doesn't feel so crowded. But also with the Airbnb being upstairs, the stairway connects to the upstairs. So
Okay.
I'm imagine too, like maybe we can have the lounging area upstairs, because it connects right to the living room. So like, and it's got like a pool table and stuff, so they can actually have a little like area where they can lounge while they can just walk down to get their services when the time comes for them to get their services done,
Yep. Got it. And the other is, you talked in your business plan quite a bit about training and continuing education for the stylists. Can you just explain a little bit about that? It sounds like something you believe in quite heavily, right, to help improve your
100%.
business and differentiate it.
Yes.
So where did those thoughts come around, and what do you do? And-
Yeah, I'm big on education. My mom is a teacher herself. I think I grew up watching her as a teacher, and I thought I would become a teacher. So I personally have a passion for teaching. I sub at the beauty school here in Green Bay for that very reason. I just like to share my knowledge, and I put myself through a lot of training to be able to then train my people. And now I have a curriculum, a Salon 54 curriculum program that I can take every new stylist through to teach them all the new things and how we do things at the salon. That is about a 9-month training curriculum that they go through. And we do a lot of in-house training too, where I hire other people from outside the state, or even through our color lines, that we bring them into the salon so they can teach us. We do that at least monthly. So in a monthly basis, we have some type of education going on in the salon, whether I teach it or even within our team teaches it, or I bring people from outside to teach it in the salon. But we're constantly growing and bringing education into the salon. In our industry, things change really quickly, and trends tend to move along real fast. So we have to stay up to date with that. So education takes a big role, in my opinion. I don't think a lot of salons invest in that, but we definitely do at our salon. It's a big deal for me. So, and I teach a lot of it. I'm introducing myself as an industry educator myself, so I've gotten hired from other salons to teach them too. So I'm a huge advocate of education in our industry, I guess.
And then there's 3 loans I think you're talking about. There's $610,000 from Nicolay, correct? $245,000 from the city for the building, $70,000 then from the city for fixtures. Now, it seemed in the packet there was another $205,000 for construction that was described. And is that an additional loan?
I believe that's through Nicolay.
Yeah, through Nicolay.
So is Nicolay really loaning $815,000?
Correct.
Okay, got it.
And we're finalizing the build-out numbers yet, so
Okay.
we're just waiting to hear back from the contractor.
Okay, got it. But that's all one loan from Nicolay?
Yeah.
Okay. And then assuming all the loans go through, do you know what all of your payments would be on a monthly basis going forward?
We have a rough estimate of that. I think it's the one thing I've been asking Tim, the banker, the most, to give me what are the numbers? So I feel like we have
I think $8,600 a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like all in.
Okay.
With everything included, right? All the little loans that we have, all the loans that take place.
Are there any other debt outside of these loans we're talking about here? Or just-
No.
okay. And then going off of Matt's point, obviously it'll give you more space to hire more stylists. How easy is it to hire a new stylist? Is that easy? Is that a conversation you can have kind of quickly with someone? I don't know.
It's not that hard. I tend to hire a lot of new fresh out of school stylists, and because I am already in the school, I get
Okay.
to meet them, and introduce myself, and they get to know me. So a lot of times they're already interested in my salon just from me being around their environment.
Okay.
And getting to see how I teach, and they tell me, I like learning from you. It's easy to learn from you, and I think that's already a little bit of a catch that I have with them. So I just hired 2 more recently that they started in September, and they are from beauty school, and I met them there.
Okay.
And I inquire them too, I reach out, I can kind of scoop out which ones I see that are talented or they have the passion for the industry, and I reach out to them too, and I'm like, hey, I'm interested, I'm looking to hire. So I just went through my, from hiring, what is it called? When you're hiring people?
Onboarding.
Onboarding, and, or whatever, that is not the word, but I had 6 candidates that I had to interview, and out of the 6, I hired 2.
Okay.
So when you ask if it's easy, it's kind of easy. You just have to be picky
Yeah.
on finding the right ones. Kind of.
Yeah. Well, it makes it, to your point, makes it so much easier that you can have access to all the school.
Yeah, and I did it because I love education, and I like to get in there before they come out and try to have an impact in them before they move out to the real world. But at the same time, I knew that it was going to be an opportunity for me to meet people before they come out of beauty school too. So
Okay.
It's very wise.
thank you.
Very wise strategy.
The only other question I have is, worst case scenario, say you can't hire any more stylists. How is your cash flow? Would you be able to support the new debt as is? Say no increased revenue or anything like that?
Yes.
Yes?
We
Okay.
did talk to the banker, and he said, if we had status quo next year, we'd be able to cover the loan.
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
You mentioned the problem on Broadway parking. What is your plan for parking?
We have, we talked to the city, we reached out to the city about, the parking situation behind that building, and got clarity on what owns what and who belongs to who, because it's very kind of confusing right there. So there was a parking lot F, is what
Yeah.
they recommended, and that is across the street from the building. kind of like where the market is happening. There's meter parking back there where like I think a lot of clients could take advantage of, and it's like a short walk to the building from there. But also behind the building, there's a lot that the people, what is the name of the thing?
Base companies.
Base companies own. I don't know if you know them, but they own this little lot that is right behind like the salon, and we talked to them already. They're willing to rent us and reserve parking from that lot, at least for my staff. So I'm more so trying to take care of my staff the most because they're gonna be there every day for 8 hours a day. So we are arranging with them, me purchasing parking from that lot. And then he's got like, not meter parking, but he has a QR code that people can pay and scan and pay. So that's another opportunity for clients to also park in that lot. Plus the street parking on that road that is called Cherry? Chestnut. And that Chestnut street parking is unlimited time. So it doesn't have a 2-hour limit, it's just open. So the stylists could also park there because they're not gonna get ticketed, or clients could park there. So as I'm trying to learn like the parking situation, I feel a little bit more confident now that we can do this. For a while I was feeling a little panicky because parking can be such a big issue, and people already get frustrated about coming downtown Broadway to us, especially on farmers market days. So having a little secluded area that's reserved for us, I think will also help on farmers market days, where like it'll say it's reserved for Salon 54, and then maybe we can send our clients there too, you know. So I don't know, it's just about kind of like working out deals with the people that, you know, especially with a lot there. Hopefully we can figure something out even for next year farmers market. So I don't know. Parking is an issue regardless, but
I was looking, if your building would be attached next to Fusion,
yeah,
would you be in that whole building, or is like there's two separate buildings?
there's two separate ones. So Fusion, and then there's a building next to it. Mike, I guess, owns it. I don't know who he is. And then there's the building that I'm looking to purchase.
Either one, is it home for, it's in there?
Home Brew.
The old
Yeah,
one.
that's what it used to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're the one that was home though?
I am on that one. Yeah, that's the one. So there is one building between me and Fusion. Yeah.
And that building is currently being remodeled, isn't it?
We heard
In
that.
process, maybe?
Yes, that's
Okay.
what we heard, but also I guess it's been sitting there for a while, so.
Okay.
But I think Mike, the owner of that building, is finally having a conversation to kind of rebuild it and put it out to rent, maybe. I don't know what he's gonna do with it.
Any other questions? Oh, Ace is on now too, I didn't realize that. Just then, I know our motion is around, so 2 loans. The first $245,000, 4% interest for 20 years, secured with a personal guarantee. And the second then is the $70,000, 4%, 10 years, secured with a personal guarantee. Is that what you're expecting coming in here? If we close this out, we have to reopen it up again. I just want to make sure before anybody, we make any motions that that's exactly what you're expecting as well, and we're not creating confusion. Okay. Any other questions? No? I'd take a motion to close and go back to regular business.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Nope. Then if any questions or comments, if not, I'd certainly be open to a motion. And I guess I have one question, just technical. Do we need to do this as 2 motions, one for each loan, or can one motion?
You can do one motion with both pieces.
Okay.
I get a for the terms, because there is a little bit of a build out. Are we doing interest only at all for any point, or?
Yes, that's a great question. So we did produce our amortization schedule with 12 months interest only on that $245,000 loan. I believe, Stephanie, please confirm, a borrower can do up to 24 months interest-free, but they only have 2 opportunities to make that request. So, but that is what we had anticipated, and that's the numbers we quoted.
And I don't believe we did a interest only on the furnitures, fixtures, and equipment. I don't believe we did.
We didn't. Is that an option?
If they choose to request that, yes. It just, It's a change to the amortization schedule, but no issues on our end with that.
So we would have that option as well.
Okay.
We just need to be part of the motion.
What is the, because obviously you need, I would assume you do the build up first and if you need to bring in equipment or whatever afterwards, it just starts once it's drawn up or we just give it a
Once
build?
it's
Okay.
drawn is when I start my amortization
Okay.
schedule. So if you approve it today, we put a hold on the funds, and then usually I need at least 2 days lead time.
Well, ED.
Oh, ED, I need a week lead time,
Okay.
because it goes through finance to draw that check.
Which is the 70,000.
Yes,
Okay.
but they just let me know when they need the funds for that, and then I reset my amortization schedule with new dates.
Yeah,
And usually
okay.
I give at least 30 days between the draw and first payment.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to assume we would not create any issues if we did 12 months interest only on both loans. And if you decide you want to pay principal and interest, go ahead, make a bigger payment, but it would at least create a little bit of time in that first year to have a little bit easier cash flow. And I'm assuming that would not, you can always decide to pay more. Okay. In that case, then I would take a motion.
I guess I will make a motion to approve the request by Salon 54, 408 Dream LLC for a CD RLF loan in the amount of $245,000 at 4% for 20 years, secured with their personal guarantee, and an EDRLF loan in the amount of $70,000 at 4% for 10 years, with both loans having the first 12 months interest only and secured with their personal guarantee.
I'll make a second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 We appreciate it, Ace. We heard you.
Thank you.
No sweat. Anyone opposed? Nope. Great. Loan is done. It's all approved. Let's see. Anything else we need to do? All we have to do then is adjourn, and I will take a motion for that.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. And congratulations.
Congratulations.
Nice job, building a great business.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's wonderful.